I put up this makeup look on Instagram stories and I asked you guys whether it's the Xenon palette or the Colourpop Cloud 9 palette. And many of you said it was the Xenon palette. Why did I spend $70 on the Xenon palette? I did not see this coming. I don't know what I was thinking, but when I saw the Cloud 9 palette, I thought it would be a great everyday type of neutral eyeshadow palette. I'm like, oh, this would be great to review for an everyday palette. I didn't realize how many gray, silver, white light shades were in the Cloud 9 palette. But that makes sense though, because it's Cloud 9. So it would make sense that it's a light shades palette. Anyways, all of these cool tone launches and the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette has definitely making me feel like a blast from the past. So today I am rocking my 90s look. I got the black lip liner on, I got some braids, got some hoop earrings. Totally going back to junior high. I am feeling it. We gotta bring the 90s back. So today I have two looks for you guys from the Cloud 9 palette. And I'm gonna do some swatch comparisons between the Cloud 9 and the Xenon palette, which was really surprising. I'm going to show you the two looks first, and then I'm going to show you the swatch comparisons, but I will try to create like a timestamp in case you're not really interested in the looks so that you can skip ahead to the swatches. All right, without further ado, let's get started on the two looks. We're going to start off with the shade Perfect Day and CC. I am putting Perfect Day into the crease. It's not as pigmented as I would have liked it to be, but it's okay. And then I'm taking CC into the outer V of the eye and just kind of darkening or deepening the outer V. Both shades are looking pretty gray. Now I'm taking this black shade, which has a little bit of shimmer in it, and I'm darkening the outer corner even more. Then I'm placing this beautiful shimmer shade on the lid. Then I'm taking this silver shade into the inner part of the eye. So now I'm taking CC into the lower lash line. It's this shade right here. And I'm also bringing the silver shade a little bit into the lower lash line. Just finishing up the look with some liner and mascara. And here's the finished look. I do really like how this look came out. For the second look, I really want to brighten up my brow bone, inner part of the eye area with this white shade called All Fluff. This one did take me a long time to build up. Not the best white shade. Now I'm using the shade Steal My Thunder into the crease. This shade just looks gray, but in the pan it looks like a taupe. Like, it's so weird. Right? It's a gray shade, but in the pan it looks like a taupey shade. I'm gonna go in with this black shade. It does have some shimmer in it. All right, time to see how beautiful the silver shade is. Wow, it's so popping. It's beautiful. A little bit of fallout, probably because I took too much. But I can just imagine using this shade as a base and then layering other colors on it, and you can create your own shifty shade. It is so beautiful. Now I'm just kind of softening the edges of this silver shade. I actually see different colors in there. besides silver? What should I do with my lower lash line? I think I'll use the same shade that I used in the crease. Now I'm just using this shade in the inner corner. I'm liking this look, so I'm gonna finish up the other eye, put some mascara, maybe liner, and I'll be right back. Here is the finished look. I love it. I mean, this is the look I'm wearing in today's video. I think the silver shade is absolutely beautiful and it looks really nice with the black shade. Oh my god, you guys, here are the swatch comparison between the Cloud9 palette and the Xenon palette. And 6 of these shades look exactly the same. Even that pink shade, the Snow Bow shade from the Xenon palette, is in the Colourpop palette. I have to be honest with you guys, I prefer the Colourpop Silver Glittery shade over the Xenon Super Ionic shade. The Colourpop shade has this additional reflectiveness to it, or it has some sort of colorful glitter in it where it looks like it's reflecting off these sort of rainbowish colors. It's absolutely beautiful. When looking at the Colourpop palette, I thought this was like beige and taupes. Some of these shades that are beigey or taupey, they actually look very gray on the eyes. So this is a very gray palette. But here are the shades in the Natasha Denona palette that are not in the Cloud9 palette. And I think that is the biggest difference between the Natasha Denona Xenon palette and the Cloud9 palette. The Xenon palette has a lot more dark shades. The Xenon palette is a good balance between light shades and dark shades. So you can create some really nice frosty, light, silvery shades, or you can create some really nice darker shades. But with the Cloud9 palette, most of it is very light, and you can kind of see a lot of the similar shades are on the lighter side. So perhaps if you're not really into the dark looks, maybe the Cloud9 palette might actually be better for you than the Xenon palette. But you can't compare the formula. I mean, Natasha Denona formula is just way better than the Colourpop formula. But the Colourpop formula is not bad. It's not like chalky or dusty. They are decent shades, and the shimmer shades are beautiful. They're easy to apply on the lid or in the inner corner. The mattes are okay as well. So overall, not a bad formula for Colourpop. I prefer the Natasha Denona formula, and I actually like that the Xenon palette has both dark and light shades. I can totally love doing a dark eyeshadow look, but this is really up to you guys. Natasha Denona is $70, Colourpop is $18. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I had fun creating the looks from the Cloud9 palette, but I also had a lot of fun creating looks from the Xenon palette. Finally, what do you guys think of bringing the 90s back? I do feel like a kid today, like a teenager with the look that I have going on. I think if we're gonna bring the 90s back, we do have to update it a little bit to not feel like a teenager, still continue to feel like a grown woman. Let me know if you would be interested in like a remodeled 90s look for grown-ups. Now, I understand that in the 90s, the grown-ups were also wearing the black liner and the hoops, but personally for me, my feelings attached to the 90s is as a child, so I need to change it up a little bit. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button. And as always, I will leave links down below for your convenience. And sometimes they are affiliate links, sometimes they're not. And finally, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and also hit that notification bell button. Thank you. Bye.